Hello guys, what's up? Welcome back. Excel day 2. I would recommend that you open yesterday's file, what was created, which you can see it on the screen. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make this one myself a little bit small so that we share more screen with you. Okay, if you remember in yesterday's class, we worked about we created some sales data here. Okay, based on that data, we created certain formulas and we discussed about some of the formula how to get the totals. Okay, the first thing here, one thing I am going to do is I would like to put a serial number for these country, all of my countries. So let me make a new column called number here, so it will auto format. So how do I do that? So I can simply do it 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, but here this is possible because I have only like 5 rows, but if I have more than 5 rows, then this will be very difficult for me to do it. There are a couple of ways we can do it, and I'm going to discuss about each way and some of the advantages and disadvantages for them. Okay, the first thing would be I simply select the first column and I press 1, and in the second one I press put 2. Okay, this is number 1 and this is number 2. Then I'm going to just hold my mouse button, select 1 and 2. Okay, I can simply double click on the arrow. Again, let me repeat that. See, I come here and I double click it. So it will automatically take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, till end of the rows. If it has 1,000 rows or like 100,000 rows, it does not matter. It is going to calculate. But let us assume that if I delete China from here, okay, how do I delete the entire row? I'm simply going to click here. See, on the row, it is going to select the entire column. I simply right click it and I can select delete. See now what has happened. 1 2 and 4, 3 is gone. Okay, so to keep this problem, to solve this problem, what I would like to do is I'm going to just click undo to bring back my deleted row. The simple solution would be that I will say equals to ROW, row, returns the row number of a reference. What is row number? This is row number 1 2 3 4. This, you see, this is row number. So I already have a row number, so I'm going to say get me the row number of this. Okay, and but it is going to give me 2, right? Let us see it has given me 2. Let us get rid of this temporarily. Okay, it has given me 2. Why? Because this is on row number 2 and we know we have a heading here, okay, which is on row number 1. The simple way would be I will say row A2 minus 1. So it is going to start with 1. Okay, and I am going to simply copy the formula. Just either drag it or you can double click it. Okay, see 1 2 3 4 5. Let us delete China again and see what happens now. See, it will automatically make the correction. Okay, so I'm going to just undo it to bring back my row. Okay, let us format that in a proper way. I'm going to format it. I go back to home screen and I say format this, all of this in the same manner. Okay, let us make this one a bit small, and we can, if I want to center the entire thing, I'm going to select the entire column by clicking on the top here. See, my arrow mark changes, my cursor changes here when I come here. See, my cursor changes. So when I click on that, it is center. I'm going to just simply click on center. Okay, see, it has centered everything. Here I want one more piece of information. Okay, so what would be that? Of course, it is giving me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I want to check the count, total count of here. In this case, I know that it is 5. I can always go to the last uh, number and find out how many counts. But in rare cases, let us say if the serial number is not in a sequential order, or like in the previous example I showed you, we can just simply type 1 and 2 and drag it, it will copy, and there was 1 and 2 and 3 was missing. So if we want to know exactly what is the count, how many countries we have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in this case. But if you have a lot of rows, we have a simple way of doing it. Just start with equals to, then you type COUNT, count. And see, count has a lot of options. One is you have count the number of cells in a range that contains numbers. And the second one would be count the number of cells in a range that are not empty. You can also count the blank cells as well. Okay, if there is some of the blank cells and you want to find out how many blank cells you have, you can do that as well. So I'm going to go with count A here. Okay, and press this, and I can simply select count from here to here. Okay, I click on this and drag all the way to the end of this. Okay, and I'm going to close the brackets, and I press enter. It is going to give me 5. So I'm going to change the format for this as well. I take the total here and I say okay, make it. This is the total count is 5. Okay, so now it is going to count everything between here to here and put a count, keep a count of. And okay, yeah, sorry. Let us say now I don't want this number, serial number, to be in the end of this column. I want it here. I want the country for serial number first, then the country, then sales. How do I do that? Okay, I'm going to simply click on the top and I say cut. I'm going to cut the entire column. See, once if it is in cut mode, you can see it, light animation, the line is moving. So where do I want to insert it? I see wherever you click, it will insert before that column. Okay, I'm going to click here and I simply right click and I say insert the cut cell. Simple as that. I have the total count here. Okay, and I have all the information, like the total sales and things like this. And I want to quickly also, before I proceed with another formula or things like that, okay, I want to show you a couple of things here. One is, see, this is sheet 1, right? You can create as many sheets as you want. I guess the limit is around 256 sheets, or it could be more. I don't know. I have never reached so many sheets in my entire career. So, but I want to make this not sheet 1. I want to call it something more sensible. So let me right click here. See, simply go on the sheet here and right click and say rename this. I can delete and I insert a new sheet. I can move it and copy it, of course. Okay, I'm going to say rename and I say, sorry, where is that? I am going to say this is my sales data. I can call it whatever I want, okay, based on the preferences. And of course, when you again right click it, you can also have a different color as well. So I'm going to keep this the same color as the heading. See, now it will be like this. So whenever I move to another sheet, okay, it will create the color code. Another option for me would be like, I can right click it here. I can say move and copy. I can create a copy, or sometimes, you have multiple sheets, you can move it anywhere you want. I'm going to create a copy of this sheet and I say move it to the end. I click on OK. See, it has created a copy of this table, copy of this worksheet. Okay. And if I want to delete this worksheet, I can simply right click and I click on delete. It is going to give me a warning. It will be permanently deleted. Do you want this sheet continuous or no? I'm going to continue with this. Yeah, delete. Okay, so let me save this quickly. Okay, now see, now we know that we have the total sales figure here, right? So this is the total 100% sales of entire countries for all the 3 years, that is through 2019 to 2021. So how much was the contribution of each country for the last 3 years? I mean, in terms of percentage. So how do we work this out? So let us say here, let me call this sales percentage. Okay, and I'm going to just adjust the column size. So what would be the normal formula? That you take the total sales figure, okay, and divide it by the total sales. That will give you a percentage, right? So how do I do that? It is a simple formula. I plus equals to this, my total sale here for USA for all the 3 years, and I'm going to simply put a slash. That means divided by the total, right? Here you go. It is giving me. Now it is giving me in decimals. The simple thing would be that I have to change it, the style, in percentage. Okay. See here. Now USA has given me, out of this 20% was from USA, my sales. So let us, now I have the formula here. I took this total and I took this and divided it by the total, right? If I copy it for Japan, let us see. Let us first do it and see what happens. Oh, it is giving me an error. And it says, whenever you see an error like this, it means we are trying to divide something by 0. So 0, you cannot divide anything by 0. Okay, that is the arithmetic error, mathematical error. So let us investigate more on this. Okay, I'm going to click here first, double click it. I'm going to click on the formula bar and see, okay, this is F2, see the color, this is F2, yeah, F2, right, divided by F7. This looks everything all right. Everything is, let us go to this one and see the formula again. See here it says F3, which is right, because this is Japan's figure is F3, but it is taking something from F8. Why? Because we have copied the formula. We did not, fix the total for that. We have to take the total for each of the countries. The total will remain same. So how do we solve this problem? Okay. So the simple solution is that what is that we have to fix here? This F7 is common between all of them. So I click, simply go here and I press F4 key here. See, if I press F4 every time, it will add a dollar sign. And let us click on this and see what happens. And let me copy it for Japan and see what happens. Okay, sorry, I made a mistake here, I think. Oh, sorry, I pressed it twice, I guess. See, you have to, yeah. I guess now. See now? Now what happens in here, I see the formula, okay? Here it is taking F2 divided by F7. Then here it is taking F3 again divided by F7. Simply we add a dollar sign, okay, by fixing this particular F row. See, it has taken. So I can simply copy it till the bottom, right? Of course, I'm going to change the format. This is caliber 14.